I'm coming to you today to ask you, what do you like, love, and enjoy in your life? What I like, love, and enjoy is learning um, new things and implementing those new things into my life. Um, I love to learn. I have a passion for learning. I just wrote, well, not just, but I wrote an ebook called Food for Thought. Has a lot of great information in it. Um, I learned so much information that my brain was like an overload. I needed to empty out my brain of all this information. And what I did was I started putting the information to the notepad of my iPhone. This was a little bit over a year ago. Um, I was attracting a lot of information. Um, and we gathered all the information up, set it up, and I wrote an ebook, and it's a really, really, really great ebook. But uh, in the ebook, it's called Food for Thought. If I didn't already mention it, I probably did. But anyway, I love to learn, and I not only that I love to learn, I love to implement what I learned in my life. If I feel that it would um, give more value to my life. Um, there's a lot of people that learn things and they don't even incorporate those things into their life, even though those things could be beneficial to them. Um, Learning is a passion of mine. And not only do I love to implement those things into my life, I love to teach or show people um, what I've learned. I think a lot of times we as people get stagnant in certain areas in our life, and we get comfortable and we don't grow into the beautiful flowers um, that we should be growing into. I think we just get stuck at the stem and we don't let our sunshine propel outwards. Um, it's like in a relationship when you have, two people in a relationship and there are they don't have a common goal. There may be one, and they both may love each other very much, but there's one that's willing to go over and above. In my relationships, I've always gone over and above. And it's not about money, it's not about, monetary things, it's about just the small, simple things that you incorporate into the relationship because you know that the other person may like it. 100%, are you going to always get it right? Probably not, but at least you tried. It's better to try than not try at all. And in a relationship, that flame starts to die out because there's one that is there giving that 110%. And then there's another one that is enjoying the ride of that 110%, but they're only giving their 70%. So the person that's giving more becomes the hero in the relationship, which is, I'm not going to say unfair because it was your free will to give the 110%. And I know in my relationships that I expected the other person to give um, as much as I gave, but that wasn't the case. Even though if I had to tell you, oh yeah, this is what I like, this is what I prefer, blah, blah, blah. And oh, the other person, oh yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to change because some people you have to tell them what you like. Me, I'm on this journey where I'm like, now I want to be on the same frequency with the person that I'm going to be with. Because when you're not on the same frequency, that person may not want to do the extra. You want somebody that wants to do what you want to do, and not every single thing, but a good majority, a good part of making this thing work is two people having a common goal. When one person has that common goal and the other person does not, then that person that is striving for a better relationship to make things more fun, more exciting, becomes overworked, tired, starts to uh, resent the person to a certain extent because they said they were going to change, but they don't change. They continue to ride the wave of the relationship because you're the one who's in front, guiding and stirring the way of what is going on in the relationship, and they're enjoying the ride because of you. I've experienced it so many times, and I had to say to myself, Nikki, you need to just relax and take a break because you keep attracting the same person, just a different face, like same person, but they're incognito. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I was with you last time. How did I get to you again? Not every single aspect. The person was the same, but there were like the main attributes that that stood out, and I'm like, okay, hold on. If I'm attracting the same person, then I'm not valuing my worth. I am settling for less, and we're not on the same frequency because you can meet someone and have, certain parts of the relationship be good, but there's certain parts of the relationship that is just not where you want the relationship to be. And even if you work on it and the other person is not, how is that going to work? It's not going to work because you're putting in more. And it's not a tit for tat, do for you, do for me. No, it's not. I want someone just to do because they want to, not because, she does for me, so I gotta do something for her. No, I want it to be. That's why it's important to be on the same frequency as the person that you want to engage in a relationship with. You guys have a common goal. And not every single thing is going to be hunky-dory, but at least you both are working on that goal. If I give 110%, you give me 70%, and you think this is going to work, that's not going to work. It's not going to work that way. It's just not. I've seen it so many times. Like, the person says they love you, and they might, but they may be limited. Me, I'm not limited. I am unlimited. I love to learn and implement what I learned in my life and in my relationships. That's what makes them fun and exciting. And people don't seem to get it. They're like, oh, Nikki, you're fun, cool, blah, blah. Yeah, because I work at that. You know what I mean? That's me. And you know what? I don't blame the other person. You know what I'm saying? I don't blame the other person. I have to look at myself and say, hey, this person enjoys what you do, but they don't put that out there so that you can experience the same thing that they're experiencing. If you come home and you have a surprise and it's just because, no special reason, there's no um, holiday, there's no birthday, there's no nothing. You just do something special just because, out the blue, and that's a beautiful thing to me. I think some people in relationships get stuck with just going out to eat and going to the movies. I'm like, I'm so out of that, I've outgrown that a long time ago. There's so many things life has to offer, and I think that to keep a relationship fresh, to keep it going, you have to implement new things in the relationship and in your life. If you feel yourself being depressed or you feel yourself being anxious and you feel yourself not loving yourself more, that means you need to take time and love you more. That means you need to implement things into your life, whether it be crystals, whether it be love elixirs, whether it be protection sprays, whether it be crystals, whatever the case may be. It could be anti-gravity, I'm using anti-gravity mat, or just, doing some yoga, or, eating more raw foods, whatever the case may be. It's always going to be beneficial to incorporate things in your life so that when you incorporate, the more things you incorporate into your life, the less TV you're gonna watch, the less you'll be on the internet. The less you'll get caught up in drama. There's so many other ways to project your energy that's gonna be beneficial for you and the people that are around you. I love to learn. I love to listen. I love to implement things into my life to make life more enjoyable, make bring more value into my life and into the people that I'm around. And I think once you open yourself up and are you open up your heart space to want better, better things will come into your life because in your subconscious you have embedded, I want to learn, I want to implement new things in my life, and magically when you're searching online, or you might bump into somebody, you might go to a business meeting, or you might just be hanging out with friends and somebody says something that sparks something like, oh, I want to try that. That's me. That's what I'm about. And I think learning and implementing things is beneficial because we get stagnant and we don't continue to flow and um, to bring that energy into a different space and to share that energy, with other beings. It's a beautiful thing, I'm thankful for my relationships because I've learned a lot, and I'm pretty sure I've put a lot out there, that somebody else can implement into their life, because that's what it's about. It's about learning, loving, and sharing the information that you get. It's fun to be at your house and your partner's at their house. And you're like, I just learned something. You want to try it? Let's take a cold shower together. Although we're not together in the same, you know, home, but you do it and I'll do it at the same time. And then we have a discussion. How did you feel afterwards? There's just so many different things little things that are very, very, very important. So again, like I've said throughout this whole video, my passion is to learn, implement that into my life, and to implement that into other people's lives because it can make your life so beautiful and so peaceful. And it's going to be like that all the time? No, because we're here, we're in this physical realm, in this physical body, and things are going to happen. But you'll learn to, when something is happening, you'll learn to sit, be still, take in the information, and transmute the information into something positive. What can I learn from this experience? You don't have to look at it as being like a negative thing. It can be a positive thing because the seed has to be nourished and it needs to be filled with sunshine. It needs to be watered. And then it sprouts up to that beautiful flower. So we're here all on this journey. Most of us like with the same common goal, which is usually money, but there are other things that are essential in life, that we can use if we take time to listen, to Mother Universe. I know sometimes we can get frustrated and, um, you know, and you fuss, because I fuss. I'm like, what? I'm not doing this anymore. Blah, blah, I get there. You know what I'm saying? I'm there, but you know what I'm saying? I come out of that and I learn and I grow. So, it's all about growth and, what's your passion? What do you like to do? Do more of it, and you may find yourself being a little happier.